Hey, I hate social media, but you know what I do love? Pinterest. Even if I end up spending hours on it, I always feel super inspired after looking at all the things that other people have made and shared on there. A lot of the time, if I feel lost on what I want to work on next, I'll go to my Pinterest and see what crafts I already have saved and like get a dose of inspiration. So today we're following some tutorials, we're crafting on the fly, and we're taking advantage of that Pinterest inspiration. In this video, we're recreating things off of my Pinterest. Project number one is spiky bowl cauldron thing. Probably seen these all over Pinterest already. This like brutal spiky style was super popular with like pottery and stuff like last year and maybe the year before that. I'm really into it. I love it. It reminds me of like classic fantasy game, that like 80s, 90s fantasy kind of vibe. I finally want to make one. I want to have one of my own. What am I going to put in it? I don't know, cool stuff. Project number two, we're painting on tea bags. We're probably also gonna end up making them into like a garland and putting them probably in front of my kitchen window. I think we're gonna probably paint either herbs and flowers or like birds on them. Third and final project is going to be fish keychain. I know, another fish. It wouldn't be a Fungi Fawn video without a cool little critter in it. I want a dangly little fish on my bag. I've seen these made with plastic and with like jewelry chains, and I'm not sure which one we're gonna go with. I've got a jewelry kit, so it just kind of depends on how well I can work the wire. Also, if you're new here, my name's Rachel. I make cute, silly, foresty kind of crafts on here. If that's the kind of thing that you're into, then why not hit subscribe? Let's start with the one that I'm most excited for. The spiky bowl! Pumpkin. So the plan here is using a base. This is my cool little Whimsigoth trinket dish that I throw like spare change in. The plan is wrap it in some plastic wrap. Some like plastic wrap. Don't worry, I've had this for years. I didn't like buy this new. Wrap it in plastic wrap and then put the paper clay on top of it. That way, when it's dry, we can like slip it off, no problem. But yeah, we're gonna go for like kind of a goblet kind of vibe. We're just gonna do like the cup first, and then we'll worry about a base later. Can I show you what I got from the thrift store? I got some really cool stuff. I'm really excited about it, and I wanted to kind of like do a little bit of a haul. Let's just do a quick little run through, show you what I got. This really nice knit tank top. Optical illusion, hard to record, but very nice and very flattering black and white tank top. Sleepy lacy tank top. Another sleepy tank top. Very nice built-in bra, red camisole. Black and lacy tank top. Amazing, amazing. Another knitted tank top. This one is green. This one is long and super, super comfortable. Really cheap green tights. I've been needing a pair of green tights for a while now. We're on to ceramics. Look at this. It's like a party core ceramic vessel. I have a Whimsigoth kind of interior style, like Whimsigoth and like medieval kind of style. And this is party core. I feel like it'll blend into the whimsical kind of vibes in my house that I'm going for. I couldn't help myself. I feel like this is a really good holder for like a plant or a candle because it's big. And it's by Burton and Burton. If you're curious, if you want to like pick this up, it might be like a vintage recreation. When I saw this one, I screamed. It's a duck mug. I'm definitely gonna have to check this for lead. It seems like it's like 80s or 90s. Look at him. I love him so much. The colors are so pretty. Here's the coaster. It's got like reeds or cattails on it. And it goes like that. Just like that. And then it can be coaster. This was made for me, bro. I am so happy about this. Even if this is not safe to drink from, like, yeah, this is going in my house. I got 3 glass jars. They all have like these corks. These are $1 each. You want to see some cool bugs? Bug warning. Bug warning. Skip ahead like 1 minute. I'm planning on keeping like all of the bugs that I find in the jars. This is like the head. This is the body of a beetle. It might be just the like exoskeleton. I don't know. There's I think this is an Asian ladybug, which is an imposter. This is an actual ladybug. This is a tiny little shell. Bug check. Show me your bugs. Found these over the last few days and really cool. They're going in the jar. I'm jarring them. Thanks for watching the haul. We're back to crafting now. Pumpkin is here. Hello, Pumpkin.
Time for fish.
Hey, Loki. Sweet boy. Oh no, here he comes out! So, here's my like jewelry stuff. I've got some like scrap chain that I'm probably gonna end up using. I think I'm just gonna like make the fish and stick them with some jewelry wire and bake them and then see how we can go about shaping stuff.
Hey, voiceover Rachel here. I'm just coming in to point out a few cool little details and walk you through my process. Applying a base layer to everything, and when I'm waiting for the coats to dry, I'm just crocheting my cardigan. You may remember from, I think the fish frame video is when I showed off the cardigan for the first time. I also made a worm out of clay to kind of go with the whole like Fisher vibe. I do not love worm, unfortunately. So I was very silly and I didn't think about how this would absolutely get stuck. But we saved it.
Yes, yes.
Now I'm just reinforcing it with some tin foil. Clay started to get wet again and squishy, so I had to just go ahead and take the risk and put the bowl back in there to make sure everything kept its shape. You can see I'm adding the spikes. And here I'm just using another cool pedestal bowl thing, and now I make the pedestal. Alright, here we are undoing all the strings. Taking apart the tea bags and emptying them out. Something really cool about this project is that I ended up using like every piece of the tea. So drinking the tea, using the actual tea bag, using the string of the tea bags, even the paper label was used later in the video, and you'll see. Here I'm just drawing some raspberries on the vine. I've got some like mature, ready to pick raspberries and some baby raspberries. It was a lot of fun to just use some colored pencils and kind of go with the flow. Definitely glad that I did some thumbnail sketches first. Next thing we're on to is just the idea of wildflowers. One of the teas that I picked up recently was something called Whispering Wildflowers. It's just a nice little herbal thing. It's a big blend of different kinds of things. We've got some rose hips as well. These are a funky looking thing. Fruit? I guess if a tea has rose hips in it, I'm a big fan. And we have my number one favorite tea, lavender and chamomile, the ultimate sleepy time knockout tea. And my second favorite tea of all time, jasmine. I really want to have like a tea garden in my next place, just a little patio garden. I really want to grow all my favorite teas, so like jasmine, lavender, chamomile. I'm layering everything up with some more paper clay. I'm using like glue water and toilet paper and just layering up like regular paper mache to kind of create a more even surface. Using some twisted up jewelry wire to create a more structured hold. And then filling that in with paper clay. Cutting out the jewelry wire and filling in that hole, making sure no pointy bits come through. And then we're layering it up with more toilet paper, classic paper mache. Alright, we're back onto the fish, just a nice green coat, and then coming in with some more blue at the very top. Doing some red-brown for the back fin. So the inspiration for this, I wanted to go for a brook trout, and if I'm being honest, I didn't do a great job. But I was just kind of going with the flow. I was trying not to get super in my head about realism. I just wanted to mostly have fun and enjoy the painting process. You can see here I'm using the Teabag labels. And here we are doing the super satisfying dots. I think that what I need to do if I want to go back and fix up this design is just go a little bolder with the swirly pattern that the brook trouts have, because to me it just kind of looks like standard fish in the end. So we're doing a brook trout on the front, and we're doing just a fish skeleton on the back. I won't lie to you, I got a little sloppy. It was late at night. I just wanted to make some progress on it, but I was just going with the flow, and it honestly turned out just fine. I decided to just go with a simple black for the bowl. I might come back with a dry brush to give it some more depth, but as it is right now, with I did like a watered down black, it got some cool depth. What color do you think we're gonna do for the interior? I braided like some regular sewing thread and just used a needle, threaded it through the fish, and it's all strung up. Didn't end up going with a chain because I didn't have the necessary things to make this into a keychain, but he's a cool little fidget toy, as is.
So, how'd you like the video? I'll go through each piece now with you and kind of talk you through what I think about them. So first, we have spiky bowl cauldron thing. I've just got the other stuff in here. Went with just simple black and really cool like pop of red on the inside. I love how this came out. I think I might do like a dry brush on this later on, but for now I kind of love how it looks. It really does look like you just pulled this out of like a 90s fantasy game. I think that I'm just gonna call this like my cursed chalice. I love things that are spiky and like not friendly to the user. I think this is super cool. I love bowl. I love bowl. It literally looks like you picked it up in a dungeon. It's so awesome. Next thing, the garland. The first one that I started on was the one with the raspberries, so this one. And at first I was like, oh no, I hate it. And then I gave it a minute and I was like, oh no, I love it. There's not a lot of shadow or anything, like there's not a whole lot of detail, but it just doesn't need it. These are so lovely and so dreamlike. I love the angelic kind of aura that it has, and I'm really excited to hopefully like hang this up in my future kitchen because I'm moving and all of this stuff is just going right into a box. It was just really nice to work on this and not worry about it being perfect or anything, like just busting out colored pencils and doodling some flowers. I really love how this one came out. Even the finished result, it kind of feels like something you could easily just throw away, but like, I don't know. It's special to me. All right, and the final item on our list, the fish. Originally, my intentions were to like make a full-on keychain. I didn't really put a lot of thought into how I was going to go about attaching chains and stuff, which is kind of like my fatal flaw, is I just make a thing and worry about the functionality later. So he's on a string, but I kind of like him just as is. I feel like I would like him just kind of hanging in my window, honestly, or just like on a light pool or something. And I made the little bobber. The bobber is just fine. They look really sweet together. I love how the skeleton came out. I was super sloppy when I did this, but I think it's cool from a distance. Like, who cares? I don't love how his face came out because it's that stark black. My like ideal style for things that I make is just like vaguely realism, but mostly just kind of artist interpretation. There's something about this face that I really don't like, and I think it's the stark black, as opposed to if I had done like brown or dark green or something, or just left it simple. I was also thinking about making fins. They would have been attached with like epoxy and had the risk of like falling off. I could make this into a keychain if I had eye pins to stick through them, but I don't have any on hand, and I didn't really feel like going out and buying something. He's cool as just a little dangly, and I love that he can kind of get turned around and get mix matched like a puzzle in a way. Yeah, he's a fun little fidget toy too. Even if it's not totally perfect, like I'm still happy with just how it came out. I've never really made like a kind of toy like this, you know. I literally can't get him off the wire. So I think he's going in the garbage. I'm sorry, worm. I'm sorry. Thanks for watching my June video. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you got some inspiration out of it. I post monthly, except I may not end up posting next month because I'm tired. I'm in the middle of a move, so yeah. I might just allow myself to play Minecraft all of July while I'm moving. I have an idea, so I don't know. Keep your eyes peeled. I might post, might not. We'll see. Thanks again for watching and like continued support and all that. It means a lot. I'm glad that I finally get to like share all the silly little things that I do. The projects that I make don't always come out like super professional, you know? And I learn a lot as I go, and I'm just a girl. I'm just a human. I'll see you next time, and in the meantime, don't pick up artifacts you find in a dungeon. Goodbye.
Don't make a sound, don't disturb the ground. The biggest fish you ever saw is around.
I finally finished my cardigan. So cool. That's totally besides the point.